Book 1, Chapter 1. Let's be real here, it does not compare to any of these other ones. Even the witch trials I think holds up better. In this one, you cannot use your lantern at any points. There's just a flashlight, which is a lot more boring. Also, the gameplay is pretty much the same in every part. It's just mages. I know you can make the argument that Book 1 Chapter 1 is the first chapter in the whole franchise, but I don't think that's, if you're looking at it from just a purely a gameplay standpoint, I think it's completely fair to put it right there. It is short though, so it doesn't last for a very long time. Then it's Book 1 Chapter 2, which I think is just Book 1 Chapter 1 but better. You can use your lantern in the last part, then you can also get more of the story of Book 1. I feel like the visuals are also a little bit more creative. Also, something that I don't think is appreciated enough with Book 1 Chapter 2 is that starts right in there. It doesn't have any setup. It just immediately gets you in there. Still though, it's pretty rudimentary. I'm gonna put it at C tier. Book 1 Chapter 2, I think is the best chapter in Book 1. The gameplay is definitely the most fun, except for the first part, because there's not anything going on. But I think it's an A tier. The gameplay is really fun. That's really about it. But Book 1 Chapter 4 I think could be good. However, the last part is really annoying. The one where you have to destroy the hearts. It makes no sense. The monster can it's faster than you, and it can outrun you, but sometimes you survive for no reason. And if you go into a hiding spot, it can still get you, and it doesn't appear to have any sort of AI path that it follows, which is very confusing. Also, I really want to know what the hitbox for the final boss looks like. I would really like to know what it looks like. I like the start of Book 1 Chapter 4. Even though it's kind of slow, I think it's pretty cool how we're in the house and then we have to sneak past the guys. The school part is pretty uncreative with its gameplay. And the samurai, I think actually is kind of cool, but it could be really annoying if you don't know how to beat it. I'm gonna put it at a B. Now Book 2 Chapter 1. I'm pretty sure they updated it recently, but I haven't played the recent one. I remember it being pretty annoying though. It's definitely the worst Book 2 chapter. It's just annoying. Like the last part, if you're not crouching, the monsters can hear you from anywhere. But it does have pretty good visuals and it has some creative bits. But most people rage quitted on the first part, which I think says a lot. I'm gonna put it above Book 1 Chapter 4 though. Book 2 Chapter 2, I think it was the first chapter that that got me into this franchise, and I really like it, even though I think its worst aspect of it is that it's not scary at all because of the blue kind of color theme it has. It's not scary, but it is a pretty good chapter. It has a really good gameplay. Except if we're talking about nightmare mode, then the part where you have to find the girl and there's the creepy thing that's walking around. On nightmare mode, that part is terrifying. I'm gonna put it at an A tier. Now Book 2 Chapter 3. I think this is probably the best gameplay that the Mimic has to offer. I think it's pretty scary. Then it has a lot. I think it's also probably the longest chapter. Yeah, it's really fun to play. The boss battle is pretty awesome too. So yeah, the only really big thing that I don't like is that it's basically completely irrelevant. We could have died at the beginning of book 2 chapter 2 and gone straight into chapter 3 because we die at the end of this anyways. And then I don't understand why Ensukai decides to only now go to the real world after we escape. It's very weird. Now book 2 chapter 4. I feel like a lot of people were disappointed with this chapter, but I actually think it was pretty fun. It's definitely a lot easier than I thought though. It's also kind of short. When I played it, the mall part didn't have any tutorials. I had no idea how to beat it. And the first phase of the boss fight is very slow and long. You can basically just camp in that one spot the entire time. And even if you don't, it still takes a lot of time. I'm gonna put it right there in A tier. Now we got the game modes. You got the witch trials. I've only been this one time, and that was on multiplayer. I think it needs a revamp desperately. It feels very old. And also the gameplay is pretty like weird. I get that it's supposed to be some sort of prequel, but I don't like. After I played it, I didn't feel like I understood the story of the Mimic any better. I'm gonna put it at a C tier. Okay, Halloween Trials. The new version is definitely a lot better than the old. The old would have been like over here, but the new one is pretty good. I think the second part has really good visuals. They made the third part a lot more fun. So I'm gonna put it right there. I don't think it beats book 2 chapter 1 just because of how short this still is. Wait, does it? Yeah, it does. Nightmare Circus. I think it was fun either way. I feel like they made it a little bit too easy in the new version. So I'm gonna put it right there. Pretty much the same problems as this. It's that it's a bit too short. However, it is shorter than the Halloween Trials. So I'm gonna actually put it below the book 1 chapter 4. Christmas Trials. I don't have much to say about Christmas Trials because it's technically only one part. It takes place in a single house. So I guess I'm just gonna put it right there. It is very simple and easy to play through, but it doesn't have a whole lot going on. And I think this is the best list you can possibly make.